The 1,000 injuries of Fortunato I had borne in my best light. But when he gave me insult he awoke my vengeful might. You who so well know my soul will know I did not fret. Not once did I ever think to give utterance to a threat. But Fortunato's punishment for punish him I must be wrought with impunity and only then be just. Retribution must be taken without involvement of the law. Otherwise that sweet revenge would have a fatal flaw. I never let by word or deed the truth inside me show. I smiled as I always had so Fortunato would not know the truth behind the curtains I had drawn across my mind. His demise was being plotted and his end he soon would find. Fortunato's weakness is the wine upon his wall. I would use the weakness of the man to bring about his fall. There is Fortunato now with bells on cap and shoes, on his way to carnival with fool's garb and motley hues. I shake his hand and tell him how well you look this day. How fortunate good Fortunato to meet with you this way. I received a cask of Amontillado, and paid full asking price. And now I wonder was I fooled should I have thought twice. I go to find Luchesi as you are engaged this night. I hope to learn whether this buy was wrong or right. Luchesi, Fortunato scoffed, he knows not his wine. I doubt he even knows that grapes grow on a vine. Come, Fortunato said, let us go to look upon this cask. No good Fortunato, it is far too much to ask. I know you are engaged this night, Luchesi will define. Many say he knows as much as you about the wine. No, said Fortunato, let us go, we need not tarry. Luchesi cannot tell Amontillado from sherry. I cannot impose, I perceive you have some place to be. I have nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. But I see you have a cold and my vaults are dark and chill. And every breath you breathe with nitre you will fill. This cold it is less than nothing, now let us move along, to see if your purchase is the right wine or the wrong. Judge. So to my home we quickly go and onward to the stair that leads to my vault and the fermented prizes there. To ensure privacy I had told my staff they could not leave. Simple minds so base and greedy are easy to deceive. The servants fled my house just as soon as I had left, and my house of people was left utterly bereft. We begin the trek down my dark and winding stair. Fortunato shivers in the damp malignant air. Look, Fortunato, at the nitre-crusted walls. Feel, Fortunato, as the cold into you crawls. Let us turn back now, I fear for your good health. You are so important a man of taste and wealth. I could not forgive myself if something did occur. And I feel my vaults will be the death of you for sure. Nonsense, I will be just fine. Then please, Fortunato, have a taste of wine. I pull a bottle of lesser wine from off my rack. I smile as I hear Fortunato cough and hack. Drink this, my dearest friend, it will drive away the chill. Fortunato nearly drains the bottle as he fortifies his will. He rudely gestures with the bottle, then does it yet again. I look at him in puzzlement. He says, you are not a mason. Then, yes, I tell him, yes, as I smile behind my cowl. A sign, he says, in challenge, so I pull out my trowel. Truly now you jest, Fortunato says to me. Take me to the Amontillado that I am here to see. Yes, of course, dear Fortunato, let us forge ahead. We must not tarry long amongst the bones of all the dead. Judge. Fortunato looks around at my ancestors' last remains. Do you see the water trickle as through the bones it drains? The nitre, Fortunato, like beards upon the walls. The cold, Fortunato, into your bones it crawls. Let us turn and go, let us go back up the stair. You are too good to lose, your loss I cannot bear. I am fine, let us onward go, to see at last the cask of Amontillado. Fortunato's eyes show the roomy distillation of a drunkard reaching his peak intoxication. Montrezor, tell me again the motto of your family. No one shall insult me with impunity. Fortunato laughs and coughs as we finally reach our goal. The lamplight wanes and dwindles as the foul air takes its toll. In their Fortunato, the Amontillado is ahead. I point him to a recess that once held just the dead. He steps inside to look and sees the nook is bare. His confusion lasts just long enough for me to chain him. There. I click shut the lock and step back with the key. Fortunato's eyes are wide, as he stares at me. Feel the walls around you, how cold, and damp, and bare. Can you feel the wetness and the crust of nitre there? Ack. The nitre, Fortunato, like beards upon the walls. The cold, Fortunato, into your bones it crawls. Please, Fortunato, let us leave and go back up the stair. No? Then please allow me to render you every care. The Amontillado, shouts Fortunato as he looks around. The Amontillado, I agree as I move some bones along the ground. I uncover a batch of mortar and a pile of building stone. I begin to build a wall for my best friend's final home. 1 level, then 2, then 3, the wall is nearly done. Fortunato moans and cries. I stop to enjoy the fun. He is silent for a time, so I step up to the wall. I hold my lamp up so on him the rays will fall. Suddenly screams come tearing from the throat of my good friend. Soul-searing screams that frighten me, screams that will not end. But then I reassure myself, and scream along with his last song. Louder and louder do I scream, and it is not very long. Now Fortunato is silent, so I finish up the wall. Just before I am done. Ha ha, he, ha 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 ha, he, ha 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 ha. A fine joke, a body gist, to wall me up in this grotto. We will have such a laugh over. I say, the Amontillado? He, yes, the Amontillado. Oh, it is getting late. Yes, let us be gone, and get your last stone in place. For the love of God, Montresor. I reply. Yes, for the love of God. No more sounds come from within, so I finish up the wall. And think with satisfaction on how the mighty fall. I say over my shoulder as I leave. Good nighter, dear Fortunato.